Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 16th to the 30th, 2021 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Virgo, November 16th to the 30th, 2021, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading, oh goodness, and show me clearly. Okay. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So at the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. At our root, we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. And we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. If we have Taurus or Sagittarius within our natal chart, that's going to be coming through very powerfully at our root, or if we have these people within our lives. Then we have the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Page of Pentacles, which represents us. We're represented by the Pentacles in the minor arcana. We're represented by the Hermit in the major arcana. We also have air sign energy coming through. So if we have air sign energy within our natal chart or within our lives, they're going to have a strong impact on us personally. Then we have here the Knight of Swords reversed, the Five of Cups reversed, the Two of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, amplifying the Sagittarius energy at our root. The air sign energy here is reversed. So we're going to find that we don't defend our words the way that we should, and we can also define that we can also find here that we don't defend ourselves the way that we should. There's going to be things that we know, and then there are going to be people who oppose us, and we're going to think, okay, they could be right, I could be wrong, we're going to second guess ourselves a lot. And there's also going to be this need of a release. And we're going to be having a hard time changing our minds and changing our lives. There's just going to be something here where we keep on coming back to our failures, we keep on coming back to the things that we weren't doing right. But if we can turn this around, all of a sudden we connect with that Two of Cups, we connect with that unity and that love. And it brings us to the public arena, which has the Five of Cups, which here is changing our minds and changing our lives, and the Empress, being able to create something beautiful on this earth, being able to move forward in this prosperity, in this abundance, in this bounty. Now let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Now, this is Pisces energy. Now, it's very interesting, Virgo, because our sister sign is Pisces. So we have this energy coming up, and this can be the person who knows us so well, that sister sign energy, that sister energy, where it's the person who can absolutely have you elated and also absolutely frustrated like nobody else. So here we have that power coming forward. We have the intensity of our inner selves coming forward, but there's also a sense of fear here. And we can also be kind of very drawn to fearmongers, people who are really focusing on what we're unsure of, what we don't know a lot of, or where we feel unsteady within our own lives, and they're just going to kind of take advantage of that. So do be mindful of that energy, because it's just not nice. But there is this sense of fear in the subconscious and the conscious, really not talking to one another. This is a time where we need to connect with who we are, with our way forward, with what we desire within our lives, really looking at ourselves openly and honestly. It brings us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is Mother Earth. Now, Mother Earth is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. This is a connection with the Earth itself. This is also a connection with the Earth Mother energy. We just switch around the words and we have Earth Mother. And when we think of Earth Mother, we think of this caring, nurturing, very, very giving person. But what we also have to remember is that the Earth Mother is that Mother Earth is tornadoes and volcanoes and hurricanes. And so there is an intensity here to us that we need to be able to acknowledge, especially since we have the sacred feminine coming through so powerfully in the public arena. We can think, oh my gosh, I just always have to be nice. I just always have to be understanding. If I'm not, then I'm not, serving my purpose here on earth. And what Mother Earth is saying is that I am ferocity as well as nurturing. And so let us embrace that ferocity and that nurturing for ourselves as we move forward, as we change what we're looking at, as we embrace our blessings. So this is an astrology and a tarot reading. So let's look at the astrology for this time. On the 16th of November, and see how it correlates with the cards. On the 16th of November, we have the Sun sextile Pluto, which brings with it a magnetic attraction and a charm to us that is really quite good. So here, if we have something that we want to go after, if we have something that we, kind of need ourselves to be a little bit more kind of sparkly with, I don't know why that's coming to mind, just kind of shine a little bit brighter, this is the day to do it. We are driven and we are determined, and we can feel almost unstoppable. On the 17th of November, Mars is opposite Uranus, which brings with it exciting and unpredictable energy, and it has us inclined towards taking risks. But what we have to be mindful of is that it also has us inclined towards being very rebellious. So we could be doing things and, wanting to take those risks, not because the risk will be good for us, but because we're going to think, what, I'm just going to kind of break out of that box, go after what it is that I want, and I'll show them. So we could be doing it to be rebellious instead of amplifying our own selves and our own way forward. So we're going to need to meditate on that day, on the way that we are exceeding and excelling. On the 18th of November, Mercury is trine Neptune, which brings this alluring energy with it that makes us more attractive. This is a great, great date night day, or, going out, meeting somebody, blind date day. We're just going to be a little bit more attractive, a little bit more alluring. Our imaginations are also going to be on point, and we can start bringing our dreams into the waking world. This is also a time where we can find that it's a great day to take pictures, shoot videos, anything like that, and also expand our knowledge, expand our ideas. On the 19th of November, Venus is trine Uranus. Now, Virgo, we are ruled by Mercury. I was going to say by Venus, but that's not true. We are ruled by Mercury. So that's going to come in on the 20th, so the next day. So on the 19th of November, Venus is trine Uranus, which brings with it an energy of wanting to feel free, unique, and sociable. We're also going to see that the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus is on this day, and we will have a separate video on that. But that's also going to be intense for us. Now, on the 20th of November, here comes Mercury. We are ruled by Mercury. And what we're going to find is that Mercury is squared Jupiter on the 20th of November, which brings with it a clear and open mind. We have this way of looking at things, this way of being able to organize things that we're like, why didn't I see it this way before? Like, why didn't I see this before? Why was I held back? Why didn't I trust myself? But what we're also going to find is that we're lacking discipline on this day. So we can have all these great ideas, all these ways where we think, oh, I'll remember it tomorrow, how everything fits together, how everything goes together. Don't bank on it. So here, utilize the talents that we have on this day because they're just going to align in such a way that we can really get things done. But if we let it pass, we're going to let a lot pass within us. On the 20th of November, Mercury is sextile Pluto. Again, we are ruled by Mercury, so this comes out very powerfully for us. And this is a serious time for us. We can discover a lot that is slowing us down. We can discover a lot about ourselves that is weighing us down, that is keeping us held back. And now we get to follow our intuition. On the 27th of November, the third quarter moon is in Virgo. So this is going to be important for us. It's going to be a powerful day for us because we are Virgo energy. The moon is in Virgo. That moon is calling to us. There is a sense of realizing our worth, realizing that we are enough, and being empowered as we move forward. On the 28th of November, the sun is conjunct Mercury. Again, Mercury comes into play. So this is amplified for us as we are ruled by Mercury. This is the best time for communication and understanding important ideas, having important ideas come to the surface of our consciousness and of ourselves. We can have so much going on mentally. We can be thinking about so much that we forget to listen. And that's going to be one of the struggles we have with this day because everybody's going to have that attitude of, oh my gosh, I'm discovering so much. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing so much that we're just not going to be listening to one another. So do be mindful of that. On the 29th of November, Mars is trine Neptune, which makes us suave, sexy, and creative. We are also passionate about fighting for what we believe in, and we can motivate ourselves and others with this beautiful spiritual courage that is a part of us. And everybody's going to have that spiritual courage, going to have that little spark that has them kind of embracing who they are and what they need. On the 30th of November, there's a lot happening. So on the 30th of November, we start off with Mercury sextile Saturn, which again, we're going to feel more pulled to this because as we are ruled by Mercury, Mercury tends to call to us more. Mercury sextile Saturn brings us focus and the ability to see the bigger picture. We can be single-minded at this time. So as we're looking at the bigger picture, we become single-minded and just like absolutely obsessed with our goals. So we have to be mindful of that. Now, the countering energy on the 30th of November is Venus sextile Neptune, which makes us passionate, romantic, and sensual. Our relationships become very important to us and are very important to us. We need to be around like-minded people and we're highly creative. So with Mercury sextile Saturn, we are very much focused on work and getting the job done and having things come together. With Venus sextile Neptune, we are much more inclined to focus on relationships and home and the closeness of things. Now, also on the 30th of November, the sun is sextile Saturn, which brings us a sense of identity through leadership and finding and embracing our voice. The thing is here, with the sun sextile Saturn, it's going to amplify whichever kind of camp we are drawn to. It's either the Mercury sextile Saturn camp or the Venus sextile Neptune camp. So either we're going to be leaderships in our business, in our work, in the way that we're moving forward, or we're going to embrace that leadership role again in our relationships and what we love. We can feel kind of pulled between the two of them. I can very much see this as a time where we want to be both things and we want to be everything to everyone. We have to be kind to ourselves and settle ourselves into who we are and what we want and where we're headed, and know that, we can't be everything. We're going to want to be everything. But as soon as we realize I can't be everything to everyone, that is a time where we become more aware of who we are and what we need at this time. And not apologizing for it, not being like, oh my gosh, I'm being selfish because I need to be working on work, or oh my gosh, I'm being selfish, I need to be, with my family or with my friends or with my partner or whomever, So this is a time where guilt will come in and we need to embrace that leadership role to say decisions have to be made and I'm going to own them. Now, here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. Again, but the energy of the Hierophant is the major arcana marriage card. There is something here that we are committed to, and we are embracing that commitment. Whether it be right, whether it be wrong, whether we fully understand it, or want to embrace it later on, there's a sense here of this is me. This is the part of me that I can't turn away from. This is the power of me that I do not want to erase from my life. And so here with the Hierophant, we are embracing that power and that unity and that determination of self. We're seeing what we're connected to and why. We're seeing how we need to move forward and why. We're embracing our hearts and our souls and ourselves. But we're also looking at our traditions, the things, again, that within us, if we turn away from it, we turn away from who we are. So we're really settling into our roots and connecting with the Earth Mother that way. Temperance is coming in, and we're seeing that Temperance has balance. There's strength here. There's strength either through force or through that invisible strength that people underestimate. But what we're going to find is that we're finding the balance between both. We're finding the balance between the saber-toothed tiger and the tiny baby mouse on his nose. We're finding the balance of our strength that shakes the earth and the strength that moves so quietly it isn't even seen. And as we embrace ourselves and we embrace our harmony, we embrace our balance, we embrace our insight, we embrace our ideas, we see where we need to stand and why we need to stand there. We're coming into balance with our traditions. We're coming into balance with who we are and where it is that we want to be. And it moves us to the Page of Pentacles. It moves us to being a student of our prosperity, of our abundance. It moves us to looking at things. We're going to be looking at ourselves and saying, okay, well, why do I want to do this? How am I moving forward? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I desire? And as we're looking, as we're seeing, as we're asking these questions, new doorways are opening up to us. Keep an open mind. This is going to be a time where we have the students of the waking world coming forward. Pentacles and Wands for me represent the waking world. And so this is going to be a time where we are fully connected. This also, the Page of Pentacles also amplifies the Taurus energy right here at our root, as the Page of Wands amplifies the Sagittarius energy. We could have children in our lives. We can have people that we are inspiring. We could be teachers. We can, be looking at things and saying, how do I embrace the root of what is needed here? If it is a child that is within our own existence, there is very much also a sense of, I need to embrace the child that I once was. I need to embrace who I was, where I'm headed, and what I want for my life. The Page of Pentacles is this sense of, this is me. This is me, and I'm honoring every step of my journey, every ounce of myself. There's also that sense of, I'm caring for my responsibilities. I'm picking up my mantle, and I am moving forward in them. And the Queen of Swords cuts through doubts and fears and negativity, and it's like, no, I am the warrior queen. I am the person who breaks down barriers. I am the person who has honed their skills. All right? I've been tested, I've been tried, but I am powerful. And I am embracing the power of my voice. The thing is that we're going to have the trouble with is that we're not defending the power of our voice. There's almost a sense of it going higgly wiggly, and turning upside down. And we're thinking, oh, well, what the heck is this? Why is it that emotionally I'm questioning everything I say? Why is it that emotionally I feel like I'm not moving in the right direction? And that's because we're not standing behind our words. Yeah, we need to. We need to stand behind our truth, what's right for us, who we are, how we're moving forward. And we need to start leaving certain things behind. This is a time to look at the fallen cups, but not to be obsessed with them. And we can become obsessed with that which cannot be changed. And that's why we can have a really hard time with moving forward to what we want. And we can feel like the hero is never going to come. So as somebody personally who always wanted a white knight to come in and sweep me off my feet and just make everything easier and better and lovely. I always wanted that. And it never happened. And I doubt it ever will. Because I had to be the white knight of my story, right? I had to be that hero that came in and rescued myself. And so here, that's going to be the energy that we're having a bit of problem with. We're having a bit of a trouble saying, I get to stand in my power and my beauty and my insight and my ideas. And I get to open up myself to myself and move forward to what I truly want. And then we stop looking at what isn't and we start looking at what is. But we have to, there's going to be a hurdle. There could be a time during, from the 16th to the 30th when we feel a little bit depressed, a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit, like, oh yeah, sure, you're always saying you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and you never do anything, what the heck is wrong with you, type of thing. We can really be hard on ourselves. But then as we look at it, and say, no, I'm defending, and I'm standing in the power of the queen. Now, knights defend queens, right? I need to defend who I am, what I'm saying, and what I'm going after, what I am a warrior about, because there's something about this time that brings out the warrior spirit within us, and it moves us to the Two of Cups. It moves us to this unity, to this healing beautiful love that guides us forward. that has us seeing things in a very different light, we start to connect and we start to embrace and we start to feel free. We start to feel balanced. We start to feel loved. And that moves us to being a student of our passion. But this is also fire sign energy. This could be a child that we are absolutely passionate about. We want to see them thrive and flourish and be, most definitely. We also are going to see the aspects of ourselves that are holding back our blessings, that are holding back our connection with this earthly plane. Because as much as we're an earth sign energy, there's something here which makes it feel like I'm not connecting fully with the earth. I'm not stepping into myself. I'm stepping around myself. I'm, kind of seeing a little bit and then denying some more. But as I step into who I am, as I look at what I want, the fear, it starts to eliminate. The fear, it starts to be named and seen and understood. And it brings us to the Five of Cups. It brings us to this place of hope. And this is where we feel hopeless, right? Because we're not seeing the Two of Cups standing behind us. We're not seeing the beauty around us. We're seeing that everything is kind of just falling all over the place. And we feel like we're free falling, quite frankly. And what comes here with the Five of Cups, it's like we change our minds, we change our lives. We literally pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and say, I'm seeing something else. I'm turning and I'm embracing a new vision, a new idea of who I am, of where I'm going, and where it is that I need to be and where it is that I want to be. Which leads us to the Empress, which leads us to this person here. Now, she's depicted as pregnant. Now, it can be that we want to be parents, and that's going to be something where it's like, okay, I'm taking the narrative into my own hands. Now, we can start looking at alternative ways of becoming parents if that's what we want, but we can also start looking at how I am creating my world for myself, how I'm moving forward, how have I limited myself before, and how am I embracing the limitless that is now. And again, we're thinking outside of the box, but this is also for those of us who are saying, well, I don't want to be pregnant, or, I already have my kids, thanks, I'm done. Or I don't want kids at all. And which is all those options and all those things are completely right for us in our journeys. But what we're also going to be seeing here is the energy that we are meant to create forward, the way that we're meant to step forward into our power, into our insight, into our desires for who we are and where it is that we want to be. We start to say, but this has been building in me. This is a dream that needs to come out, that needs to be seen. This is something that I've been toying with for so long. I have to stop toying with it. I have to start embracing it. And as I embrace it, I embrace me. I understand me. I am empowered by me. And I see the beauty that is a part of my life. Now, we usually think that when we birth something into the world, it has to be grandiose. It doesn't. It doesn't. When we have an idea, it could be, I really want to be a butcher. And so we start to learn how to become a butcher. We go to classes or whatever that entails. But it can also be, a daycare service or, doggy day sitting or whatever it is. But it can also be, studying science and neurology and, diving deeper into things and taking different courses and opening up our minds. It doesn't have to be big, though it can be. But it can also be opening up a small little door that starts to open up so much more, that starts to lead us in a direction that says, oh, I can do this. It's even like with the tarot. Sitting there, throwing down cards, we can think, okay, that's no big deal. And to some, it isn't. It's utter nonsense. And to others, it's where they find their calm and their peace and their beauty. And so why do we deny one and embrace the other? And so this is a time where we're going to be seeing ourselves as saying, why am I denying me just because of somebody else? This is a time where I'm birthing forward into this world what I need to be, who I need to be, and how I need to be, without apology. As long as we come from a place of healing and of love and of acceptance, a place of seeing, not just what we want to see, but seeing the true depth and beauty of humanity. It leads us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is justice. We have to be, not chakra energy, this is energy to be mindful of, which is justice. We're going to try and be so fair to everybody that we're fair to nobody. And that's what we have to be mindful of. And it's especially we're not going to be fair to ourselves. Our subconscious chakra energy is forgiveness, the heart chakra. Embracing our heart chakra, embracing our emotions, embracing our love, and diving deeper into it. Saying, I forgive me. We can forgive others, yes, and that's a big part of healing. But it can almost feel magnanimous to say, okay, I forgive this person for doing this horrendous thing or for being this way. But when we forgive ourselves for being naive, when we forgive ourselves for being too young to be able to do anything, when we forgive ourselves for just giving them one more chance, believing in them one more time. And the exhaustion that comes with that. When you feel like you're that person's only cheerleader and they won't even cheer for themselves. We have to start to forgive ourselves because we accumulate this weight of living, the heartbreaks, the pains, and the disappointments. And a lot of times we take it on and say, well, this is what I'm supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. And Spirit's saying, no, we need to move forward with a light heart, with a heart of love and joy. And it moves us to our subconscious rooted self, which is the Lovers. We're falling back in love with life again, but we're not falling in love with the ideal of it all. The Lovers is important because the Lovers can tend to see what we want to see. When we fall in love, a lot of times, we as human beings, we fall in love with the idea of love, the ideal person, the person we think the other person is, and not who they truly are. This is going to be a time where we're seeing things beneath the surface. We're seeing what truly is, instead of what we wish and hope it will be. It can be overwhelming. It can be intense. But it's going to be necessary. As we embrace our passion, as we embrace what we desire, as we fall in love with our existence, it moves us to our subconscious our subconscious, I keep on saying chakra energy, inner self, which is temperance, balance. Balancing of the heart and the soul and the passion and the self. Balance of where we need to be and where we want to be and what we see for ourselves and what we hope for ourselves. Temperance comes in. Balance comes in. Balance steadies everything. And as the balance comes in, our subconscious emotional energy is the King of Pentacles, is us. Everything is topsy-turvy. Subconsciously, though, we are claiming our throne and we're looking at our power. We're embracing our knowledge. And we're saying, I know the way that I have to move forward. I know what it is that I desire. I know the bigger picture. That's why we fear the conscious and the subconscious coming together. But Spirit's saying, especially for our hearts, we need the subconscious and conscious to come together. We need that connection. It brings us to our subconscious public arena self, which is the Queen of Swords coming through once again. The Queen of Swords is power. The Queen of Swords is the warrior queen. She's the one who doesn't take any nonsense from anybody. She cuts through doubts and fear. She speaks her mind. When the Queen of Swords is in alignment with herself, when she speaks truth. When she acts, she goes after what she desires. The Queen of Swords cuts through doubts and fears and negativities and hurts and pains and sees the bigger picture of where she needs to be and of what she desires from her life. And we need to be on that positive side because the negative side is just somebody who spews venom. And we don't need that. And we don't want that. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the prosperity that is us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo.